Now it's time for Focus on the programme, and French butchers are demanding police protection to deal with an increase in violence by anti-meat groups. According to their union, about 50 butchers and fishmongers have been targeted since the start of the year, with shop fronts defaced with graffiti, fake blood or broken windows. But who are these vegan activists and what drives them? Well, Karina Chabour and Yena have been to find out.
Qu'ils soient humains ou non, en voie d'extinction ou non, domestiqués ou non, mignons ou non, possèdent la capacité à souffrir.
These vegan activists are here to denounce fishing and breeding of sea animals. With their slogans and their violent images, they hope to change the hearts and minds of consumers.
Bonjour, une information sur les poissons? Bonjour, une information sur les poissons?
Standing up for animal rights with their skit and their flyers. But they don't condemn other forms of activism.
Rather than vegans breaking a few shop windows that can always be replaced, what we think should really shock people is butchers putting on display dead, dismembered animals. Just because they have a snout, a tail or paws, is that reason enough to justify their killing?
With blood and gore, a purposefully staged set that doesn't appeal to this butcher.
You can fight for your cause, that's not a problem, but you're scaring people with all this.
Well, I can assure you that seeing a fish suffocating on a boat isn't a pretty sight. And what about what happens behind the four walls of a slaughterhouse, with blood dripping everywhere, animals screaming? It's not pretty either.
So what, we should just eat carrots then?
For 2 hours, these activists hope to spark debates and slowly transform the French diet. It's a movement that has been gaining momentum. In Marseille, too, activists are armed with their placards and their megaphone, hoping to attract attention from the customers of this butcher shop.
Oui, c'est la mort qui est dans nos assiettes. Ce n'est pas de la viande, ce n'est pas du poisson, ce n'est pas du lait. Ce sont des cadavres d'êtres sensibles à qui la vie a été ôtée. 3 millions chaque jour.
A peaceful demonstration, but some more violent activists go a step further. According to one union, since the start of the year, activists graffitied or broke the windows of around 50 stores. This representative hopes the Interior Ministry will listen to their concerns.
There's a number of individuals and organisations whose only goal is to destroy an entire part of French culture, destroy the expertise of our butchers, breeders, fishermen and cheesemakers.
For Jean-François Guillard, an entire industry is in danger, as veganism enjoys a surge in media coverage.
Nobody is banning people from eating vegetables. They can do what they want, but please could they leave meat lovers alone? Only 3% of people are vegans, but this 3% is trying to impose their way of life on the rest of the population. That's the definition of a dictatorship. And their methods are more akin to terrorism than defending their cause.
The business owner hopes the state will increase protection for people in his industry against the rise in violent activism. Back in Nancy, the east of France, animal rights activists want to show us that it's easy, healthy and environmentally friendly to buy vegan, even at the supermarket.
You just have to eat whole grain cereal, pulses such as white, black, red beans, a ton of different types of lentils, chickpeas. It's all easy to cook and delicious. Then you've got nuts, almonds, etc. Producing meat is wasteful because you need 15 kilos of plants to produce just 1 kilo of meat. So we might as well directly produce good quality vegetables without using meat as a medium.
On the menu, a wrap with fake chicken, fake cheddar, croutons and basil. A pasta salad, some spring rolls, dates covered in sunflower oil and chocolate, or even a chocolate mousse made from chickpea juice.
It's the same.
These recipes imitate the taste and texture of meat, eggs or milk.
You just have to cook meat substitutes or vegetables in miso or soy sauce. You end up with a taste that's very similar to meat. So even if you're a hardcore meat lover, with these kinds of products, there's really no problem. And you don't have to wait for synthetic meats to be created. We don't have to wait for products to be shipped in from somewhere else to be able to cook something delicious.
These activists are striving for a world without fishing, slaughterhouses, or breeding. All of this in the name of equality between animals and humans.